Hello, my name is Ilona, and there's an end of an era. An end of an era. Klaus Schwab is resigning as head of the World Economic Forum, and of course, the Pope has left us. This is really the end of an era, and this is so important. That's why I wanted to make this video and also see what the energy is behind this all. First, I want to take a look at Klaus Schwab, the man that wants us to eat the bugs and own nothing and be happy, has resigned. And especially after, of course, that the Pope has left us, it's interesting to see. I believe that we should look for markers, like certain events that are happening, and not necessarily with dates. I know a lot of people are focused on dates. I don't think that should be the focus, although see what resonates with you. I truly believe that these markers, especially what has happened now, is so important. This is really truly the end of something old. With Klaus disappearing from the stage, and of course the Pope disappearing from the stage, of course this time publicly. I'm sure there are people that are aware that we may not be dealing with the original Klaus and the Pope, but I'll just leave it at that. Right now, publicly, it's now known that they have left the stage, and this is so important. So I just want to take a look first at the energy of Klaus, of course, leaving the World Economic Forum. And this is very interesting. The first thing I see is the Eight of Swords. It's not his decision to make. Don't believe he had much to say in this case, and he just had to go. It was time for him to go. Then we have the Ace of Wands as the central card. We have the Five of Wands in the past. We've got the Knight of Pentacles underneath the Ace of Wands. And for the near future, we've got the Justice card and the Magician. This is about waking up people. This is about bringing humanity back to its own manifestation powers and its own energy. And it's so important that we start seeing this, but this is just, I cannot even describe how important it is that he has stepped down, because he was really a force to be reckoned with. And of course, they will push someone to the front. I don't think it's going to be very relevant. But this is really about waking up people. There's going to be a lot more coming out about the World Economic Forum. There is already a lot coming out. It's interesting to see. I even shared a video from YouTube about someone actually eating the diet that the World Economic Forum is talking about with all these insects, and it's very interesting to see it's now getting a bigger audience, and that's also why I wanted to share it. And the person wasn't very happy with what he was eating. It was very clear that it had an awful effect on him, and it's interesting to see because more people are becoming aware of what is going on with the World Economic Forum. But as we see here with the Judgment card, this is about waking up people, and this is about bringing humanity back to its own power, its own manifestation power with the Magician. Like as mentioned, I believe that he didn't have very much choice. Whoever was playing Klaus doesn't really matter. He's now publicly has left the stage, and that's what this is about, so people can truly see it. We have the Ace of Wands as the central card. So this is a new energy coming in, and this was all part of a plan, the Knight of Pentacles. So they really had this in mind to do this, and of course now the time was right. I see here in the past that there were a lot of issues when they were going to do this, so there was some fighting going on, and I don't think Klaus left without having a fight. I don't think he wanted to go at all in any way or capacity. So he probably pushed back quite some time, but right now really there was not much left for him. So this is really the energy I got from Klaus. Was against what he wanted. Whether he was still the original or not is not very relevant, and I think he tried to get away with this, but that didn't work out. And now this is all being put into motion, and we're going to hear much more from the World Economic Forum, and things will be coming out about that. So the second thing I want to take a look at is, of course, the Pope. This is such a major thing happening. Like I said, the end of an era, the Pope publicly leaving the stage. I cannot even express how important this is, because it's really, you know, the head of the snake, the Vatican, their tentacles were everywhere, and things are going to come out about that as well. And I think that is going to be very important. The cards I've got, I also was looking at the back of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles. So very important that this is like a new beginning, a truly new beginning. Well, the first card I've got is very suitable. It was the Page of Wands. So this is a white hat action to me. Then we have the central card, the Four of Swords. It's all standing still in a way. We have got the rituals now going on. You know, what's going to come, who's going to be the new Pope. They have all these things that need to be played out. And we've got everywhere around the world people, of course, paying attention to the Pope. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the past. So this is all part of this bigger plan that's been put into motion. We have the Five of Swords. Very grim atmosphere. I do think a lot of people are going to be very, heard about this, that of course he has died. There are a lot of people still looking up to the Pope, putting him on the pedestal. And there's a lot of things happening right now there that could be considered as a grim atmosphere. But I've seen here with the Devil card for the future and the Five of Cups, more and more things are going to come out about what the Pope was really standing for, the religious aspect of the Catholic Church, the children, the things that have been happening there. There will be a light shown on it. They won't be able to get away with that anymore. It's going to be so obvious, and a lot of people are going to be very, very disappointed and hurt. Especially the people that are very religious, or like I mentioned, people are still looking up to the Pope. That's going to be torn down one way or another. It's going to be, so many things are now going to be coming out, like I said, with this grim atmosphere, and we have the Devil card here. It's going to be more and more obvious. I do believe it will be in stages that things will be coming out, so people can, get used to it, so to speak. Especially the people that are still very religious. It's really time that we step into our own power. I've been saying this for a long time. Other people have been saying this. We shouldn't be focusing on things outside of ourselves, like a God outside of ourselves. It's really about the God in ourselves, the connection we have, because we are children of God. So we need to go inward instead of outward, and, giving away our power and our energy to someone outside of ourselves, like the Pope. That's actually what the dark energies wanted. They want us to be focused on the outside world and not on our inside world, because then, of course, we can create all kinds of things, and that's not what they wanted. They wanted to create a world they fit in, and not what really the best for us humanity. But this is going to be very, very, very painful for a lot of people. Right now, they're still in this mode to, honor the Pope, because a lot of people still, are connected to that. But slowly, this grim energy will come up, and more things will be coming out about the Vatican, about the Church, about the popes in general, what's been going on. And really, they've been worshipping something completely different than what most people think they are worshipping. And I think this is going to be so, so important. So this is really the end of an era. I just cannot even stress, emphasize how important this is. But two of the most important puppets have left the stage. And I do think things are going to move ahead now. And like I've mentioned before many, many times, I do believe the white hats are in control and taking their time in this to create awareness, but they're doing certain events, certain markers that are going to be important, and that will move other pieces into place. But we're really watching the end of this dark era and pretty much the destruction of the old awful energies, the awful system that we're stuck in, so that humanity can really step into its power. And that's up to us. It's up to us not to give away our power anymore, but to really start using it to manifest the world we want to live in. So I'd like to leave it at this. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.